WHO, they're saying that monkeypox is something that the entire globe should watch out for now. And they're concerned about how it's being spread. Like we know with COVID, like there was a lot of theories about how it spread and it changed right throughout the entire thing, still changing. But with monkeypox, though, they're saying it spreads quite rapidly in a particular community. And
Right.
they feel that if you are a part of this community, you should try to limit your sexual partners. That's loaded right there.
That's
Why would you? Anyways, okay. So the community that we're talking about, in case you haven't got it from the title yet, is the gay community. They're asking the gay community to please limit your sexual partners because obviously all of you guys have sex with each other. I don't know if I'm the only one reading it like this when they said that. So they're saying they're saying to limit your sexual partners because you guys are spreading monkeypox. Now,
right.
again, I don't want to make light of monkeypox. I think it is serious, but that statement or that warning or whatever you want to call it, I just think that was wild. I think that was crazy. But go ahead.
I mean, you know what I'm going to say, because we
Yeah,
spoke about it before. I'm going right to it. I'm going
Yeah.
right to it. I don't even care what you say. I think it's just really, really funny that we just came from a pandemic where senior citizens who, if we're living in primal ages, are the first ones to be sacrificed because they're no longer working class or making money. They're just sucking the life out of it. It targeted that group. Before that, we had multiple diseases, Ebola, one that comes right to my mind, that affected mainly Black people. Mainly Black people are getting hit by this. Now we have monkeypox, which has arisen, and it somehow is attacking the gay community. Wow. Look at the three groups that are being affected the most by these random things that turn into these great pandemics. I'm just saying, for me personally, it looks targeted. It just looks targeted. I don't know how else to look at it.
Well, I mean, let's also not forget when AIDS first came out, that was something that was predominant in
gay
the
as well.
gay
Yeah, they said
as
it was.
well.
Yeah.
It was also really big in like I think also in was it in Africa as well? I
It's
know
African.
I know I sound probably sound very ignorant. Please again hit the sub and correct if necessary. But they try if what you're saying is to be believed, it's a weird thing to do, and it's not a weird thing to do only because the world is overpopulated. I mean, it is, right? So you got to do something, but
right.
It's weird, not weird. It is kind of nefarious that we can think of a pandemic when this virus came out, and you could actually narrow it down to a group of people that it affected more than any other group. And by the way, it's not even by small numbers. It's by like a huge margin.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to think the way you're thinking.
And if you were under a certain age, there was just no chance of catching it at all. If you were under a certain age, like there's just no chance of succumbing to, I should say.
Right. I would say for monkeypox, I don't really know a whole lot about it. I don't. And I'm a person who follows this stuff like on the news, so I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, me neither.
But like, I would say that
look like chicken pox to me.
No, not even that. I would just say, as far as like being out in public and things like that, if you're a person who can do even the littlest to still protect yourself from monkeypox, I would say do it. Because to me, like, and I feel like this is how our COVID conversation started, our vid conversation started. Because I was just saying, like, hey, man, you wouldn't want to catch the flu, would you? And you take precautions to prevent that. So I would say do the same thing with this. Whether you think they're trying to scare us or it's fake or it's planned and they're trying to take out a certain group of people, just okay, all right, well, fine, it's there. You know, it's out there. Just do what you need to do to avoid getting it. And according to the WHO, that's to stop sticking your penis in so many multiple bum holes.
Right? I don't understand how.
I have to bring it back to that. I have to.
So is okay. So is monkeypox? Is it an STD then?
I'm glad you said that because America is thinking of actually calling it one of their new STDs. Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
thinking of
God.
that.
Is that real? Are you serious right
It's
now?
real. That is a real thing. Yes,
Okay,
they're
because
thinking of
that's
calling
what
it a
I'm
new
wondering.
STD.
Because if it's something that can be transmitted, and I don't even have to like just being in proximity of somebody, then I don't know why we got to make it about sex. I don't know why we got to go all the way there with it. I feel like you guys just want to stop that from happening. But I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know what to say. I said everything I could say, man. I don't want to go any further because I feel like I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and just not be able to dig myself back out.
Well, listen, first of all, we all know you created the rabbit hole, so I'm sure you could get out just fine.
Oh, but
What?
Alice is way further ahead, man. I could catch up. I got space. Trust me.
That's true. That's true. Where's your, I thought you were gonna come to this I thought you were gonna come to this pod with like an actual tinfoil hat on. Like that would have
That would have
been,
been cool. But
yeah, I don't know why
I
you
have
don't
too
do
much
that.
hair for that right now. I've been growing out my hair. I don't think the tinfoil hat would look weird. It would look weird
Bro, just
because I have
grow.
a bean shaped head as it is, right? And then the bean, and then I got the cone on top, and then the foil. Yeah, it's too much conage.
All
Too
right,
much
fair.
conage.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Viewing public, what are your thoughts on this? And again, take it as serious as you would take anything else, right? When you don't want to get sick. So try not to get sick. This sickness just happens to be called monkeypox. All right, leave it in
So,
the comments.
like, don't want monkeypox? Don't be gay.
I feel like they just
This
want to
is
say
this
that.
is your best. This is a message from the World Health Organization. Sorry.
Like
Like,
I feel like
let's.
right, I can't get past that messaging. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I can't get past that messaging. Like I don't know, they could have just said like lay off on the same thing with AIDS when AIDS was that. You know what I mean? Like use protection and limit your sexual partners. You know what I mean? But they in the same sentence said gay community, limit your sexual partners in the same
Listen, I've
sentence.
said this so many times. Once they said that you no longer need to wash your chicken, and actually that's worse if washing the chicken before you cook it, I
Yeah.
stopped listening. That was it for me. I said, okay, you know what? Me and you, we're not. We can exist, but we gotta be on different areas. You got to stay over here. I got to stay over there. That's all
I
it
will
is.
never understand that. And here's and now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the reasoning behind that is when you wash the chicken in the sink or wherever it is you wash it in the kitchen, like you're spreading the germs around, right? I think
Right. So
that's the
because I wash my chicken on top of all of my dishes.
yeah,
That's
what I'm
what I
saying.
do.
I wash it
Like
like
a
a
normal
maniac,
person.
like a
Like a
maniac
normal
everywhere.
person, I will wash my chicken on top of all of my dishes, not an empty sink. No, no, no. And then I will not wash the sink out after.
Who would do
Why?
that? Why would you
Why?
do that?
No, no. I just put the dishes right back in there. Take the dirty dishes out, wash the chicken, dishes back in the sink, like everybody else.